This is James Mathers for the Digital Cinema Society at NAB 2024. I'm here with my friend Larry O'Connor, and we're in the OWC booth, and they have storage products and online products. And Larry, we've seen all kinds of new cameras, and people keep on soaking up more data, and they need it faster. And what are your solutions for that?
Well, you know, we have the solutions now from capture all the way to completion. You know, that starts with the camera media cards, which we brought out our first CFexpress A cards introduced at the show today. So they're 480, 960 gig. They're VPG 200 certified, extremely fast. These cards are rated for up to 1850 megabytes a second of sustained performance on the read side, and over 600 megs on the write. So you're never going to have a problem in your camera. Never going to see overheating issues. It took us, this was about a year project to bring out CFexpress A. We've been doing CFexpress B cards. We have, again, the fastest cards, most reliable cards in the market. And it's not just the hardware that makes our cards different, not just the lab testing and the firmware development that makes our cards different. It's also our ecosystem with Energize, which allows you to maintain those cards through firmware updates. If a new camera comes out or an existing camera makes a change where there's something necessary with the memory card to maximize its performance or even maintain compatibility, you don't have to buy a new card. We push you a firmware update. And that happened a couple times last year, mainly because of bugs. I mean, it's 5 years ago, camera cards were, we got into the camera card space because we thought it was going to be easy. We've been doing solid state drives. I mean, it was an area that we had expertise in, and it used to be easy. But over the last few years, with so many new cameras coming out, so much performance in these cameras and the demands of today's cameras, and when we came into this space, and we found, I mean, there's really opportunities to differentiate ourselves and bring something that's not there. And Energize, you know, with its health check, that will tell you what the status of the card is. Not just, you know, a lot of cards get put on the shelf, not because they've reached the end of their life, but because the cache inside it's effectively, it's fragmented. It's no longer optimized. You don't have any sort of trim interface with the camera. You have to depend on external utilities if you're going to keep your cards healthy. But people put them on the shelf because that must be going bad, because I'm seeing frame skips and other problems. Every time you use Sanitize, which is part of, it comes free with our cards, that brings that card back to its fresh, highest performance state. So whether you don't have to run, you don't need to run this software every day or every week or every month, but nonetheless using Sanitize ensures that when you go into a new project, the card is just like new again. Health check tells you, hey, there's plenty of write life left on the card. And the firmware updates allow you to, of course, keep that card up to date if something has changed, so that there's never a question. So you can put all of our software ecosystem aside and just buy our cards. They have the best cards in the market that will outlast and outperform pretty much anything that you can currently buy today. But then you put Energize on top of it, and you've got a whole new layer of, well, just, I guess, peace of mind, as well as even, well, call it sustainability, because those cards, you're going to know what those cards, what their state is, and know also that you're never going to have a problem on set shooting, because that card is going to be, every time you start with Sanitize, it's going to be fresh.
Well, that's great, but what happens when it comes out of the camera?
From the camera, you should put it into one of our readers. We have the fastest, we have a PCI Gen 4 USB 4 reader. You can get with a Type B card. You can ingest at rates with our cards of over 3,000 megs a second, about 3,400 megabytes a second, which certainly saves time ingesting off those 1 and 2 terabyte cards, or any capacity card. And then for CFexpress B, again, about 2,000 megs a second. Sorry, CFexpress A rather. And all of our A cards include a Type A to B adapter, so you can use our cards in any existing B reader, as well as, of course, direct in an A reader. So now you bring it into your system, and then we have our Thunderblades, we have our Jellyfish, Thunderbays, we have all the high capacity solutions that allow, if you're going to be able to ingest at 2,000 megs a second or even 3,400 megs a second, you need an array that can take it that fast as well, which pretty much the entire OWC lineup provides. So that's getting it in. I mean, that's the starting point. And now it's on your system. It's up to you to edit, create, and push it out. But one thing that's true about all our products, we're kind of the supporting crew, the support crew. We're behind the scenes. You plug our devices in, you use your devices, but we're there so that you can focus on that creative effort and not have to worry about, not have to worry about the technology at all. We make a lot of promises, but we don't make any promises that we can't keep. And as a result, I mean, we hear this really from all of our customers, especially those that are under those major time constraints or the projects that run the evening hours and such. It lets them sleep. both because of the time that these solutions save, just an actual workload and getting things done, as well as just a peace of mind in knowing I've not just got it done, but it's in a safe place. It's backed up, it's duplicated. Life is good. I can eat dinner. I can get a good night's sleep, and when that 4 or 5 a.m. It's time to get back on set and get things rolling because that's when the day starts. I've had the night to refresh. And the last thing I put out there, this was a conversation at NAB. Some folks, I heard this. Well, what about hey, we're losing overtime because this stuff gets done quicker. It's like it was interesting. Most they said they'd rather have a good night's sleep and be fresh than be burned out till 3 o'clock in the morning, have to get up 2 or 3 hours later, and honestly risk having errors on the job. Quality of life is important. If this product can save time, it makes their time more valuable and them more productive. And it's all a balance. A whole bunch of new products. Well, several new products at the show. We already talked about CFexpress A. For shuttle drives, we brought out our new Envoys, 1 and 2 terabyte. They're really small, more compact even than our Envoy Pro Electron. These go up to 2 terabytes and very cost effective. I mean, they're not IP67 like our Electron, but very rugged, very small. And if you need a whole bunch of drives and you need them to be fast, because they're still as fast as any of our USB-Cs, about 1,000 megs a second, that's a place to start. And then we have the Envoy Pro Mini for those that want to be able to put it on a lanyard around your neck. It's a thumb-sized drive, supports USB-C and USB-A. That went from 1 terabyte to 2 terabyte. And the 2 terabyte will be put through certification, but the Envoy Mini series is also OWC certified. So this is not just a little thumb drive. This is a true SSD, in a thumb form factor that is exceptionally fast. And it provides exceptional utility. And then the Electron, which is our fastest USB-C non-Thunderbolt drive, now went from 2 terabytes up to a 4 terabyte capacity. So if you're in the field where dust, water, sand, is a threat, or perhaps tumbling down a mountainside or being run over by a bus, the Envoy Pro Electron now goes up to 4 terabytes, and it can protect your data in all of those things. Literally, run it over with a bus, not a problem. Your data is safe, the drive still functions. It's our most rugged, it's of our most rugged designs that we offer. So that's a few things at the show. We're happy to have some of our folks. I'm looking forward to seeing you cover our jellyfish and take another look at the Thunderblade X8. But everything here is inspired by you and others like you that need these solutions so that you can focus on what you need to do, and the technology is just there, doing what it should be doing for you, trouble-free.
You've taken care of our media for years, and we appreciate it. Thank you, Larry.
No, likewise. Thank you so much for being here.